Welcome to TRS Clips, the one-stop shop exploring every realm of knowledge ever. Is there specific foods that benefit both your gut and therefore your eyesight?
See, things which really benefit is good amount of vitamin D. Of course, it's not through food and B12. And vitamin D is now emerging as a very important aspect of the eye health. And I'm fortunate that me and my team were original researchers of this work on vitamin D. Now it's come to the textbooks and everywhere. And the second is omega 3 works very well to the no, to the orally
Where do you get vitamin D from?
sunlight.
That's it?
Yes,
No other source?
no other source because you need sunlight for this to be synthesized. Vitamin B12. Or see, anything which is fibers are good for the eyes, like any other part of the body, and be very good with the exact amount of nutritional proteins and balance of carb you take, especially with diabetic patients today being high and retina being a challenge. We really have to really do something about the carbohydrate Indian diet, which is so commonly used everywhere. It's because people don't link carbohydrate to sugar. Carbohydrate is sugar.
Yeah, they think only sweets cause type 2
Type 2
diabetes.
diabetes. Carbohydrate is one which causes more.
Yeah. I
And
see a lot of guys who are kind of in shape in my office, young guys, overloading on carbohydrates in their
yes.
early 20s, having mounds of rice, mounds of rotis. And I'm just like, man.
And what I feel is, as a doctors also, we only ask for what fasting blood sugar, random sugar. Most of them will show normal. But if you want to know how you're going to develop after 10 years or 5 years, you do your fasting insulin, which is not something which is routinely done. And you look, and then you will realize how close are you to become a diabetic. And see, the statistics are very scary. A lot of youngsters have fasting insulin already reached 27, 28. 15 is normal. That means it predicts how you're going to believe. That means your insulin level is not able to cope up to what you're eating.
Every medical podcast eventually boils down to the same rules. Exercise regularly, try doing yoga, sleep well, get sunlight, eat clean.
And today's we had to tell them to visualize something every day.
Oh, that's the new one?
Yeah.
As a scientist, what are you the most excited about in terms of the research you'll do in the next 10 years?
See, one thing is I always been a very disruptor in thought process of how I want to be a doctor. I don't want to just be a part of a curative thing. I want to be a holistic of healing. So two important factors. One is to predict what will come 10 years. Like I said about fasting insulin, I will think that tears will able to predict a lot, including Alzheimer's. And my next foray is going to be into cancers and figuring out what proteins are secreted. That is going to be a very big area of work, God willing. The second is, which I'm very close, which will be one of the first ever, is to do a gene therapy. That means you correct the genetics of corneal diseases and to make the genes more functional better. So what is the foundation of our health is the genes.
As in, the code of your body is
Bodies
in
here.
your genes.
In one of your code is wrong, you showed that keratoconus. The keratoconus becomes aggressive.
I'll just simplify this a little more. Basically, your body is made up of cells. Those cells contain
Chromosomes, and each
Chromosome.
chromosomes contain DNA, and each of those DNA contains proteins.
Okay.
So what does see like chromosomes, then your DNA, and then DNA becomes then every DNA has to send message to the cells to produce proteins because we need proteins are the build amino acids. Each of this DNA has certain same level of amino acids, which is like a coded. It's called the God's codes. So, for example, you want to have a hair which is straight, you have a code which comes to the scalp.
It's
and
like the seed to a plant.
absolutely. But in that whole process of coding, sometimes some codes get wrong, and that wrong codes create what? Maybe a disease.
As in, there are some negative codes also present.
Exactly.
Like, this would be bad genes.
We call it as genes, but it's actually in the coding.
So, effectively, if your family has a particular kind of lifestyle disease, Like
That-
you're prone to heart disease, or
and
you're
you pass it on to your children.
okay. And you're saying that specifically for the eye.
There are so many in the body, but we started working on few things. One is the eye disease, which is we are very come close to treating it
Gotcha.
with probably a small injection or a future in the drops thing. So where you can change the code and make the, how do we change the code? You need something to enter a cell. Entering a cell is not, nothing can enter the cell. See how scientists are so intelligent who thought about it. Somebody said, what does enter a cell easily? A virus.
Mm.
There's a specific group of virus called adenoviral virus. You take the gene of that virus so that the virus doesn't infect you. You add the what corrected gene to it. There is something called as, we can edit the gene. That's what we work. And you edit the gene, and then what the virus do? It's like your spacecraft. It goes into any cell, and then it removes the load of that thing, and your cell, which was now behaving erratically, suddenly starts becoming controlled.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's a virus taking a load like a rocket into your cell. So now, why is it important? Is because more than 140 odd human diseases, when our children come into, and when their children come, it is not going to be just an injection or something. It's going to be, they treat your genes. So that is where I feel is going to be the next thing. Why is it important for us is, a lot of these injections or these treatments are available outside, few of them. But one of the costliest injections ever made in human body is one for the gene therapy for the blindness. It costs something like 10 or 12 crores. I don't know about
one
today's,
injection
one
that costs 10 to 12 crores.
I don't know about today's conversion, even more. But imagine how many of us can afford that. So our vision was to create an Indian-made, indigenously built-in therapies, which we created our own labs to do it with the scientists, and we created, we could do our own. In the next few years, we will remove few zeros of that thing, and we'll be able to make it affordable to everybody because we are manufacturing, we have control on it.
Got it. So currently, the process to fight diseases is usually related to the cures, or it's related to taking a vaccine.
Yes.
But you're saying in the next 5 to 10 years, it's also going to be related to gene therapy.
Genes, stem cells, repair, regenerative therapies.
थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग द क्लिप दोस्तों. मेरा होप यह है कि आप हर हफ्ते इसी चैनल पर लौट आओ, ताकि जितने भी पॉडकास्ट हम अपलोड कर रहे हैं ना, उनका सार आपको इस चैनल पर मिले.